Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. I am really excited to be bringing you this video today because today starts the Sephora VIB sale. You guys, there is quite a few things that I want to talk to you about that I think are really awesome things from Sephora. If you are planning on shopping the sale, I want to preface this video by saying if you cannot afford to shop the sale, don't shop this sale. Only buy things if you're planning to buy them, if you can afford them, if you need them, if they're gonna be useful to you. I don't wanna promote like unsensible shopping habits here. I got this in the mail the other day, my little 20% off coupon from Sephora, and I wanted to tell you the dates. The dates for Rouge are today. It starts today, November 1st. It will run for Rouge with a 20% off coupon, November 1st through 11th. It will run for the Sephora VIB peoples for 15% off, and that's November 7th through 11th. And then for Beauty Insiders, it's gonna be 10% off November 7th to November 11th as well. So the Rouge people get to shop a little bit earlier. So with that said, let me get into some of my picks for the Sephora VIB sale. Let me straighten my camera. I feel like it's not straight there. Maybe that's a little straight. I went a little heavy with the eyeshadow today, but I kind of am liking the way it looks actually. Let's start with foundation. The first foundation that I wanted to talk about is one of my favorite foundations, which is the Lancome Idoltient Ultra foundation. You guys have been talking about this for 2 years. It's a great foundation. It's fabulous for mature skin. It's so good for oily skin. It does have a matte finish. You can build it up to about a medium coverage. I like to sheer it out with a beauty blender. I think it's probably the most, or tied with the next thing I'm going to talk about, natural looking foundation on the skin. I love the way this looks. I have a summer shade, I have a winter shade. It is by far one of my favorite foundations. The older I get, the more I'm loving Lancome products. I feel like they are just wonderful, amazing products that are really made for people with mature skin. And as my skin gets a little older, these are products that I really gravitate toward. I think that as we get older, we are looking for coverage and foundation that's a little less full, something that's not gonna like settle into our fine lines, in our laugh lines, around our nose. And this is one of those foundations that does not do that. Another foundation that has all of the wonderful qualifications of the Lancome foundation is the Dior Backstage foundation. I love this. Again, it's not a full coverage foundation. It's more of a light foundation. You can sheer it out with your hands. You can sheer it out with a beauty blender. That's how I like to wear it. It finishes to a kind of satin matte finish. It does not accentuate pores or fine lines. It does not settle into pores or fine lines. And I just feel like these two foundations, if you are a mature woman, like over 40, and you are looking for a beautiful foundation, I'm really excited. Can you guys tell? Come on. To perfect your skin, then definitely don't forget to look at these two things because they're wonderful. They're great products. Next, there are two blushes that I wanted to share, or two blush classes that I wanted to share with you, both of which you've heard me talk about on my channel. This year, I have really been gravitating toward kind of the higher end brands, and the blushes that I have been loving are one from Lancome and one from Marc Jacobs. The Marc Jacobs blushes are the Air blushes, and they look like this. The one that I've used the most this year is Flesh and Fantasy, but I also have two more colors. One in Kink and Kisses, and that is this one. It's more of a pinky toned blush. It's like a pinky peach. And then the third one is in Night Fever. And a lot of people might see this in the store and be like, oh, this is just really too bright for me, but it's actually not, you guys. When you put it on the brush and sheer it out on your cheeks, it just looks beautiful. It's just a nice mauvey color. I think that these blushes are beautiful and sophisticated. I've said that about them before. I really enjoy them, and I highly recommend them if you are in the market for a blush. The other blushes that I can't stop talking about are the Lancome Blush Satiles. I did a whole video on them with swatches and the whole shebang. I will link that in the description box for you below if you are interested to see the swatches of those. The shade that I've been talking about ad nauseum lately is Cedar Rose. It is just this totally natural mauve. It is perfect for every day. It is perfect for a smoky eye. It is perfect for a natural eye. It is perfect for everything. They smell amazing. I don't know why, but I love the smell of these blushes. Nobody's talking about them. They're not getting any love, and I really think they're fantastic blushes. Again, I feel like Lancome, for people that have more mature skin, is really a fabulous brand and something that I'm gravitating to more and more over time. So I'm really glad that I've had the opportunity to try some of the Lancome products because I'm loving them. The next thing I wanted to talk to you guys about are the two powders that I have used the most. Actually, one of them's MAC, so it's not gonna be in the Sephora sale, but the other one is in the Sephora sale, and that is the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Finish Airbrush powder. You guys, this powder is amazing. It does not come with a lot of powder in the compact, but I still think it's amazing, and I still think if you can snag it for 15 or 20% off, it is a fantastic powder. You can use it as a finishing powder. You can use it as a setting powder. It's like a very, very natural finish. It just gives your skin a much more perfected look. I feel like it decreases the look of pores. It doesn't settle. It doesn't make your skin look dry. It's not radiant. It's just not totally flat and matte. It's got a really nice natural finish. It's a great, great blush. I highly recommend this. The next thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about are a couple of eyeshadow palettes. We all love eyeshadow palettes. We all think that they're fantastic. And so I tried to narrow it down to some of the things that I just think are like the best and that I can't stop raving about. One of those is the Theory palette from Viseart in the shade Cashmere. Oh my gosh, it broke. That is so upsetting. Look, you guys. I mean, that's partially because it's so loved and I'm always pulling it out, but this palette is, I think, the best palette of life. Like, not only like today, not only for the sale, but I've talked about this palette nonstop on my channel. Probably if I could only have one palette in the world, this is what it would be. It is a cool toned brown palette, but it is beautiful, and the Viseart formula is stunning. And when you put foreshadows on your eyes, you will see all four colors. They don't fade, they don't get muddy, they look just as fresh in the afternoon as when you put them on in the morning. There's not enough I can say about this palette. I absolutely love it. Another palette that I absolutely love, I think it is a great year-round palette. I'm sorry, you guys, my hair, like, it's crazy. Like, it's just sticking up. I don't know why, it's really dry. Is the Anastasia Soft Glam palette. I have a lot of Anastasia palettes, but I think that this is the most useful, the most wearable, the most everything. I just think that the color shades are absolutely perfection. The formula of the Anastasia eyeshadows are so beautiful. I feel like this is a great fall palette because it's got some of these darker and goldy colors, but it's a great spring palette because it's got a lot of these pinkish colors. I think it's great for weddings. I think it's great for evening. I think you can wear some of these lighter colors on this end and it's great for work. I just think that this is one of the most versatile palettes that has been released in the last 2 years, and the quality of Anastasia just cannot be beat. I love this palette, and I love the Theory palette. Another palette that I love, and I especially want to talk about it because it's Pat McGrath. So I feel like with the Pat McGrath palettes, I always struggle a little bit because they are very, very editorial in nature, and I just don't go for like editorial looks, so I don't use bright colors. And I also think that like the very, very shimmery ones are going to take a little bit more work to use because you don't want them falling on your face. You're going to have to use them wet, or you're going to have to use like a glitter glue. You're going to have to do something to get them to adhere to the eye, and that's not necessarily like the easiest, most, the quickest way to do eye makeup in the morning. So the reason that I want to talk about this palette, which is the, what is the name of this palette, you guys? It's the Subliminal Platinum Bronze palette. I got it last year at this sale, and the reason that I love it is because it comes with a bunch of shimmery and one matte neutral shades. None of these are editorial, none of them are glittery. This is the only matte shade right here, and the rest of them are just wearable shimmer shades that are beautiful. They're the gorgeous Pat McGrath formula. Granted, there's no glitter, there's no, like, this is not something that like necessarily is gonna be like for super dressy, but I kind of like that because it's the most wearable, in my view, of all of her palettes. I think that the colors will look beautiful on any skin tone. If you are fair, if you are medium, if you are dark, and it's got the one matte shade. So I feel like if you're interested in trying the Pat McGrath brand and you have in the past kind of shied away from it because it's so editorial in nature, I feel like this is a great way to check out those shadows, experience the formula, experience like the greatness of Pat McGrath without buying something that you're worried you're never going to use for like over $100, because this was also under $50 with the 20% off coupon. So this is a great way to test out that brand. Two other eyeshadow palettes that I have been just loving this year are the Kaja little trios, and I have them in two shades. One of them is the Glowing Guava and one of them is Chocolate Dahlia. The Glowing Guava is more of like a pinky brown. You guys know I'm having a moment with like the pinky browns. It's got this gorgeous, like, look at this, you guys. this gorgeous, like shimmery kind of, I don't know, how would you describe this? Rosy color. It's just so pretty, and I just think that these are very, very convenient. I feel like if you're looking for a stocking stuffer for somebody this holiday season, this is like such a great stocking stuffer. I feel like if you are looking for something for your teenage daughter, I love how I'm 44 and I'm like talking about like what's going to be great for a teenage daughter, but I'm wearing it. But I feel like really these boxes are so good because I feel like they span the age groups. If you're looking for something for your teenage daughter that's got like some nice light shades plus a shimmery shade, this is a great little trio, and it's so compact, like it's perfect. It's like light, it's neutral, it's wearable, it's everyday. I feel like this is good for like a 16-year-old. I feel like it's good for somebody in their 20s. I feel like it's good for somebody in their 40s. I just think these are great little trios, and I don't feel like they've gotten that much love on YouTube. I don't know, maybe I missed it, but I really like them. Kaja, and they're very reasonable. I want to say they're under $30, so with the 20% off, they'll be even more reasonable. Next, I wanted to talk about I have one last eyeshadow palette that I wanted to talk to you guys about that I think is fantastic for travel, and that is this NARS Voyager palette. I love it. This palette comes with these 6 shades. I just think that the shades are gorgeous. It's got kind of this more pinky leaning shade. It's got a nice dark brown. It's got this shimmery shade that's great for the inner corner. And then it's got a nice transition shade that's matte and some nice glittery shades along the bottom. I just think that this is the most gorgeous little palette, and I think that for traveling or a stocking stuffer or anything like this, it's like a great, great option, and I feel like it's very affordable. I feel like NARS palettes are sometimes really, really, really expensive, and I don't feel like this one is. I feel like it's a very reasonable price, and I love the color selection. This is the Voyager palette in Suede, by the way. The next palette that I think is super travel friendly is this Tarte, I think it's called the Clay Play palette. Yeah, Clay Play Volume 2. I got this last year when I was traveling, and I took it with us to Disney, and I feel like it's an awesome travel palette. Y'all, the quality of these shades is so, so good. It comes with kind of like a neutral, a warm, and a cool set of 3 shades, and then it has a blush, a highlighter, and a bronzer. And I just think that if you're like going on a trip, this is such an easy palette to travel with. You just throw this in the bag and you've got like all of your face and eye products in one palette. I love that. So I think that this is a great gift. I think it's a great holiday gift, but I also think it's like great if you're going to travel. It's just a very convenient face palette. Another super convenient face palette, I'm giving you some options here, is the Cali Contour palette. I really like the Smashbox face powders, and this one is wonderful because it comes with a shade that you can use as a blush. I feel like this is more of a blushy color, but it also comes with a powder, and then it comes with like some contour and some bronzing shades. I think it is just a really, really nice palette for on the run, and it's such a reasonable price. So I really, really have gotten a ton of use out of this when I travel. I think it is extremely convenient. Great, great palette when you're on the run. Okay, the 3 last face palettes that I want to talk to you about are like, I love them, and they're my Dior face palettes. One of them is the Dior Backstage contour palette. I think of it more as like a bronzing / contour palette. I love it because it has got shades that I find wearable for, like all 4 of them can be used on my skin. These top 2 have this teeniest little hint of shimmer. And then this is a great contour shade. It doesn't have any shimmer. And this is a great bronzing shade. It doesn't have any shimmer. I just think that the aesthetic of this is so wonderful. I don't know why. I love the packaging. I just think it's so beautiful. And I love the fact that there are 2 with like the most mild shimmer and then 2 that are not shimmery at all. And I just feel like, at least if you're my skin tone, you can use all 4 shades of this. I think it's beautiful. I also love the Dior Backstage glow palettes. I have 2. I have one that is called 002 Glitz, and it's got a little bit more glitter in it. It is a very, very finely milled glitter, you guys. It's not like crazy. I'm going to show it to you on my finger, and then I'm going to swatch it for you. It's not like you're going to be glittering all over the place, but it does have very, very fine micro glitters. I just love the shades of this. I love these 3 shades as highlighters or blush toppers, and I love this as like a bronzy topper. I think it's so, so beautiful. I just think that this product is like luxe and fancy and beautiful, and just the shine that it gives you on your face is so gorgeous, you guys. Like, it's just gorgeous. Like, I'm in love. I also love this palette, which is the 001 Universal palette. This doesn't have any glitter in it, y'all. So if you're like totally against glitter, get this one instead. It's also got these 2 highlighting shades and then a nice blush topper and then like a nice bronzing topper. And like I said, it's definitely not gonna have any glitter in it, but it does have the most gorgeous highlighting effect on the cheek. Look at this. How pretty is that, y'all? Let me put some on the other side too. I love this gold shade. It's so pretty. Right? Check it out. Like what? Isn't that pretty? Love it. I probably have like some kind of streak on my face because I'm doing this in like the finder, in the viewfinder on my camera, which is not like the best way to apply makeup. Okay, so that's it for the face palettes. There are, oh, I wanted to talk to you about a couple more eyeshadow palettes. I forgot about this. Natasha Denona. Natasha Denona. So I find her palettes also difficult in terms of the big palettes because I also find them very editorial, but I'm always wanting to dabble in the Natasha Denona palettes, but I don't want to spend $129 on shadows that are super editorial. So what I have done in the past is I have bought these smaller 5-pan palettes that I feel like are very wearable, but you at least get to play with the Natasha Denona formula. I love them. I also love the little tiny mini ones because I think that's a great way to play with the formula. The ones that I have, the shade of this is, it's the palette 02, and it's these gorgeous like mauve-y colors, and this is a great palette just to itself. You've got a great transition shade, you've got like a brow highlight, an inner corner highlight, and then you've got some shimmer shades, this one, and this one. But I do like that this one has the matte shade in the center. I just think that this is a super wearable little palette if you feel like the other ones are too editorial, like me often. And then I also love this one, which is palette 08. And this one is very like in style right now. It's got a little bit of the forest green happening. I know that's like really on trend right now. This is a matte, so I feel like this is a great transition shade. You can deepen the outer corner with this green, and then you can use one of these 3 shimmer shades on your lid. Another palette that I feel like you don't need any other companion palettes for it. And all shades are wearable. None of them are too editorial. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. I love this palette. And then lastly, this one is a tiny bit brighter, but if I can wear it, so can you, because it's when you put it on, it's not crazy. So a long time ago, I did a tutorial with this, which I'll throw up in the cards right here, but I used this, which looks like such a crazy pink, in my inner crease, and it actually ends up just looking like a purpley shade. It does not look crazy. And then I just like deepened the outer V with this, and I put these on the lid, and I topped them with this for an evening look. So even though this may look a little scary, you can actually use it as a transition color and it doesn't look crazy at all. It's actually beautiful. So I just wanted to give you some like more wearable options for Natasha Denona if you don't want to get one of the huge big palettes. Okay, moving on to 4 lipsticks that like are just my go-to lipsticks. I love them. One of them is actually, 2 of them are Charlotte Tilbury. I do not care for the Charlotte Tilbury cream formula, but I love the Charlotte Tilbury matte formula. I think it is so fantastic. And the 2 shades that I love the most are Pillow Talk, which is her iconic color. It's just a beautiful matte rosy pink. And then the other one that I love, I think this is called Very Victoria. This is like a gorgeous tawny color. And that's this one right here. It's got a little bit more brown in it. And then next, one of my most worn colors of all time from NARS is Raquel. This is the most beautiful, opaque, full coverage pinky nude. It is totally worth the crazy price. I like love this shade. Love, love, love. Like, there are not that many lipsticks that I feel like are worth the price, which is why I'm showing you these 4 lipsticks. And then the other NARS lipstick that I love is in Dolce Vita. And the reason is because I can't do red. We've had this discussion on my channel before, but this Dolce Vita is a great alternative for people who don't like bright reds. It looks kind of red on my lips, but it's a subdued red. And so I feel like this is the most wearable red that I can do. And if you're like me, check this out. It is a satin matte finish. I love the NARS satin matte pencils. They are so, 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 so good. And Dolce Vita is like the best reddish color. It's so awesome. If you want like a sophisticated red that doesn't look crazy, that doesn't look super bright, that you can wear with a smoky eye, you can wear it with a neutral eye, Dolce Vita. Check it out, you guys. Next, I wanted to show you a Clinique product that I am loving, and it is this Clinique eye cream. This is a new find to me. I just repurchased the big size. I had like a little tester and I loved it. I thought it was so wonderful and emollient and gorgeous, and so I bought the full size. And so if you guys are looking for an eye cream, this is a fabulous one. And then lastly, I wanted to share with you my favorite perfume. I get compliments on this every single day. Literally every single day that I wear this to work, people compliment me on my perfume, and it is the Flora Botanica perfume by Balenciaga. I love this perfume, you guys. It is a warm floral perfume. It is stunning. It is gorgeous. I know it's hard to buy like perfume over the internet, but if you have a minute to get into Sephora and test out that perfume, I promise you, you will not be disappointed. It's like the most beautiful perfume on earth. Love it. Great Christmas gift, Hanukkah gift, holiday gift, or just if you're looking for a wonderful perfume, I can't recommend it enough. It's like one of my favorites. So you guys, that's it. That's kind of like my roundup of things that I wanted to share with you that I think you should consider if you are looking for any of these types of products during the VIB sale. I hope that this was helpful. Please let me know down below in the comments what you are buying at the Sephora VIB sale. I want to know because I'm also a shopper and I'm curious what other people are buying. So share with me below what you're gonna get on the sale. I'm so excited to hear from you guys. Thank you so, so much for taking time out of your day to watch this video. If you are new to my channel, please subscribe, please hit the like button, and I will look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Take care, bye.